Is the Griffin faster than us? I don't know. Doesn't sound like we're losing it exactly. Run away! It's still following us. Okay, we found something else. I think wolves. Okay, I'm more keen to fight. Or they are just wolves. Maybe, like, not actually that keen to fight, quite frankly. But at least it's not a griffin that's gonna one-shot us. There is that. Are they largely a waste of time, though? Quite possibly. Here, however...
Where there's ghouls, there's usually corpses.
Oh. Okay. Came across a new area. Something tells me this is going to be a really hard one. Place we just found. Mystery of the Byway Murders. 22 is definitely out of our league at the moment. Good to know. And we can fast travel here as well. But I think ultimately we are still going to want to pass through here for the time being. Because, yeah, definitely several things here that are a little too much for us right now. This one should be, I mean, would be, presumably, a little bit easier than, I'd rather not get your attention. Those guys would presumably be a little bit easier than the Griffin that we just saw, but still, probably, you know, they may not one-shot us, but they'd come close. Okay, and I thought there was another area that we thought we would hit if we went on one of the main roads here. Little outhouse. So, that's something. It's an abandoned site. But there is one around here somewhere. Over here, it seems. Probably. Probably this. Not cannibals. Are you pirates? Deserters? Yeah. This is doable. We got these guys. One down. As for you... Oh, you have friends. More friends. Did not initially see these guys. I was not told of your presence. I demand that you all announce yourselves. You as well? How many of you are there? I totally tried to sidestep that. Excuse me, sir? Could you please... Whoa! Again! Where the heck are these guys coming from? Come out now. Don't have time for you all to reveal yourselves dramatically one by one or two by two. As a wise bandit once said.
Don't let him catch his breath.
Okay. That everyone? Thought this was an abandoned site, which I'm pretty sure means that we will get a cutscene. We clear everyone out, and we have not had a cutscene yet. Leads me to believe there are more. Maybe. There's an indicator right here of something. Must have been that. No. And oh, you. That's what the sidestep is supposed to be like.
Come on.
There we go. You the last one? Yes. Okay. Now we're good. Now we're getting somewhere. This looks like a surprisingly large town. Solid. 120 experience points. Don't mind. Anyone here who we ought to make a point of speaking to? You are all just peasants. Without any additional dialogue options, I assume.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, there is a second floor. It's a little intriguing. As for whether there's anything up there, I don't know, but... Are you okay? Sounded like that guy that we just pushed suddenly was not doing so well anymore. Can we jump onto that? We gotta try it, right? We can! Oh, man. Wanted to jump onto his boat from there. Hello! Do you perhaps know how to get back up? That would like, be kind of helpful. Oh, Geralt, yeah, you could maybe just like surface. Yeah, we didn't really have a reason for actually going in the water to begin with. And yes, there is a tradesperson of some sort over there. But first, let's rob the citizens of all their earthly possessions. But it's okay, because we also saved them from those bandits, so it totally still nets out positive. Totally still the good guy. Also totally still gonna take all of your belongings over here as well. Ooh. 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 Excuse me? What the heck are you doing? You look like you're supposed to be holding something right now, but you aren't. It looks like you're just trying to pick a fight with us. You're like, come on, bro, get at me. What, you want to take our stuff? Put him up.
Let's be the witness.
Okay. We did get a new pair of gloves that looked like they might have been decent. They're a slight upgrade relative to what we currently have, so sure. We did, I think, also get a glyph or two, and you are the merchant.
Greetings.
Greetings!
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Okay. We could sell some old gear, some of the stuff that we have now since upgraded, including those gloves we just swapped out. We are so close to reaching level 9 now. Do you happen to have any of the herbs that we were eyeing to be able to create some of those decoctions and whatnot that we were looking at earlier? I don't recognize the name of that, so I'm not sure we have any of that. Might mean if we were to pick up a few that might unlock a few doors for us. I don't recognize any other names of things that we have made a particular point of trying to pick up, though. I already forget what the name of the one was that we wanted. Or that we were eyeing in particular. So, oh well. That's not great. Neither is that. That's at least food.
Can't be in two places at once, can I?
Challenge accepted. We do still have the loot from the various people who we took out over here. Now, if they're just all Novigrad longswords, alright, stop yawning at us. Then it's not going to be terribly meaningful to us. May or may not have already checked that one. There's a bunch over here. Yeah. Not terribly impressed. We already checked this building? We did not. Okay. Yeah. I mean, of all the areas that we have cleared out and allowed people to re-inhabit, this is what seems like one of the biggest, at least, by size alone. May have been some that had more than one trader on occasion. Ooh, not bad. And so those might have been potentially a little more significant than this one, but this is up there. Might still be the most significant one that we've allowed people to re-inhabit.
Folk can say what they will.
There
Me,
are
I'll never
the
forget
herbs
what-
which are hiding over here somewhere. I am curious as to what they are. They are well hidden. Either that or I just have no idea where they are. And I've definitely lost track of which homes we have and have not been in. This is apparently one we have not been in. So, sure. We'll take all of your alcoholic beverages. I think that's just about everything in here.
And this be the witchmen, the freak
Oh,
of nature.
except these.
More interesting things from my nose.
Okay.
Try to win 'em
Okay,
all.
that's just the sound of that. Sounded an awful lot like a monster doing the heavy breathing for a second there. We're good though. Okay, so now that we have figured out this area, we're very close to level 9. We could go a little bit northward, make our way over to this question mark, or we could just head straight for the Defender of the Faith. If we do complete Defender of the Faith, I'm assuming that even if we go straight to that at this point, we would get enough experience by the time we turn everything in that we would reach level 9. So for that reason, maybe we do hold off for this one, because I mean, at some point we will definitely be coming back down here to check all these things out. I mean, granted, that is kind of in a different direction, so maybe we still give it a shot. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I've convinced myself. And it is... what? Roughly in this direction? Just... we don't go south here, we kind of keep going east instead. It might be this. That looks significant. What the heck is that? And no, I did not mean white myrtle petals. I meant this. Looks like it has a wraith, but also looks like we have entered Chichen Itza. Level 7, okay. It's not bad. That's doable. We want... what is it? Urine against you. You look awfully speedy, though. Is that just me? Guarded treasure. If it's just you, then that's fine. Now, please... you maybe, like, loop back around? Is that how you do your thing? If you have any stronger friends, then things could get tricky. I'd really love if you would just stand still, though, / engage in combat with me. There you are! I mean, I did get what I asked for, I suppose. That? Okay, that was still a raid. It didn't sound like a raid. Apparently it was a raid. Sounded an awful lot like a dragon. You guys are surprisingly weak. As long as we have you in the Jordan signs. So, sure. Not bad. Great mutagens. Also, like to see it. Any other enemies here, or just creepy statues? Eh?
Might want to look around some.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one, Geralt. If you look at all the statues. Yeah, see, that sounds a lot like another enemy of some variety. Just another raid. They just respawn after a certain amount of time or something. Kinda seems like that might be the case, because we now have 2 raids again. Might just be that we, unfortunately, didn't time it terribly well. At the same time, you are also continuing to kind of ignore us. Can we jump up here? Sort of. Can't help but feel like we weren't supposed to do that. Is it just me? Or does this give off strong crap signs? Kind of vibes like, you know, you take this loot, and then that panther statue down there is going to come to life or something? I don't know. Maybe not, but if it does, then hope so. Salmian Brigandine. Water hag concoction. Ooh. Pure draconid leather? Those look like they might all be valuable crafting materials.
Storm, damn it.
So, when we got this, still don't necessarily know what to make of the statue that we examined, and Geralt was all like, well, we should check this out. There are... and the most notable things here would be this chest at the top. That looks like a... hold on. Hold on a second. That's not what I wanted to do. I just wanted to step back a little bit. This looks an awful lot like a gate. Is that just me? Looks like one of those dramatic gates that you see, or like, you know, you'll get a magical portal to walk through right here. We would have theoretically stepped through if it were active right now. I don't know. Is there anything else similar over here? There's a big thing at the top there, the chest on it. There's that statue in the middle. Are there any other indicators here that might suggest there are other things for us to interact with? Or was it just generally a comment of, hey, look around, there's probably a big chest plate, or rather chest, here somewhere. I think Arnaria was actually the herb we were looking for earlier. That name does sound familiar. That's one more we've gotten of it. Okay. Not sure. We might have gotten everything at this point in that location. There are more enemies of some variety over here. Different rates. Okay. Seems like just a high rate population over here. Either that or they like to run around and are actually extremely mobile. Okay, that was the location that we saw on our map. And I think we did get another alchemy recipe. So once we do make our way back to a town, I think we might have a lot of stuff to look at. But until then, make our way over to the Defender of the Faith. It is... I don't think we have too many of those. You're not an Indrita. Hello?
You the ones destroying shrines all over Velen?
What's that got to do with you?
What's it got to do with you?
We are the heralds of lightning. Heavy drops from leaden clouds. Unleashed, the lightning's name shall be Overman.
Is it a coincidence that it is currently storming outside? Fear God's wrath, or refuse to just stand by, watch? Huh? I don't really get the direction of either of these, quite frankly.
The locals claim the gods are unhappy. No fear of their wrath.
The wrath of the gods? The gods are dead. We but dispose of their rotting remains, the dying embers of superstition that harms.
Great. Need a favor, though. You gotta clean up after yourselves here. Then go back to wherever you came from. Dispose of those embers there.
Religion is the opiate of the masses. The gods are dead. Thus speaks Master Friedrich of Oxenfurt. Common folk fear religion and the priests, not the gods. And this fear enslaves us in fetters of ignorance. We must forge a new morality, or rid ourselves of morality altogether.
So you're a scholar, not a bandit? I'm a little surprised, admittedly. I mean, on one hand, you can make the case like, alright, sure, you can get all preachy on us, but don't mess with other people's stuff. Or we could just say, like, alright, none of our business. I assume that this probably would lead to us fighting this guy. Whereas this might be a more peaceful route. And I don't know, I mean, is there necessarily a right answer here? Obviously, I have no idea what this guy will end up doing if we were to let him pass. He is seemingly being somewhat destructive. I mean, knocking down shrines, maybe not the worst thing in the world compared to some of the other things that people are doing around here. But that doesn't mean that he might, he could potentially still take things a step or 10 further, knowing what tends to happen in the Witchering world. So I don't know, maybe we say we can't let him vandalize the shrines.
Amusing as this little show is, I'm getting bored. Leave.
Something tells me
Don't
he's
come
not just
back.
gonna say no.
Oh, what?
Or I'll tell on you to the headmistress.
Repression! Attack the system's lackey!
Yeah, that was to be expected. Oh, you're gonna punch us? That's how this goes down? I mean, I am tempted to also fight you with fists, I'm pretty sure we could probably still pull out a weapon, but what's the fun in that? Yeah, it is. Doesn't feel great that, ow. That we are punching students. That is, yeah, a little off, perhaps. I mean, they are destructive. Did it warrant their death? No, probably not. I mean, we did also ask them nicely to stop, and then they refused. So, yeah, that actually hurt a lot. A whole lot. Alright. Hold on. Time to get all witchering and shit here. Like, really, guys? Didn't have to come to this. Like, that's just kind of sad. Really? Okay. It's actually not as much experience as I was expecting us to get there. It was less experience than clearing out any of those abandoned sites. Significantly less, in fact. So that's a little odd. But with this being something that we had actually listed as a quest on our list. Granted, it was kind of a seemingly a bit of a joke, bit of a meme at the beginning. Where it was like, oh no, the shrine has fallen down. Can you please set it up for me? I am curious as to what else is down here. But I think if we continue down this way, we're going to end up going very far south. And it's not really something I want to do right now. Granted, this does look rather significant. Something over here. Sounds like an Endriga. Or a powerful... Ooh, Kikimora, maybe, actually. I think that's a Kikimora. We're actually quite low on health. We should do something about that. Yeah, because if we look at our map here, we'll see, I think we're going even further south. I did point back north at the end there, but we're continuing to go down here. This is a whole nother area that we, I think, might be best off waiting to explore until later. And at this point, we could either double back and check out some of these question marks, or let's double check if Agent Hendrick. It's directing us back toward the main quest here. But I think we are truly done with this quest here, the Defender of the Faith, but let's double check. See if it's still listed as a secondary quest. It is not. So that does appear to mean that we are truly done with it. In which case, I am curious about these guys. That's an Endriga. So original suspicion was correct, at least in this case. Now, I suppose the Endriga workers do look a bit like Kikimoras. That does make some sense. Get that. Oh, I'm not sure we have Verbena yet. If you recognize the name from Witcher 1. Plenty of those. More Endrigas? Yes. Not Kikimoras, confirmed. Across the board. Oh, I honestly couldn't even see you there. Hanging out in the shrubs. See, I prefer my shrubs. A nice white picket fence around them, and a path down the middle. Okay, embryo, okay. I mean, could be useful crafting stuff, so we haven't fought many Endrigas yet. There's a non-zero chance that we might have some crafting options that are being held back. We can't craft them just yet, specifically because we need some Endriga parts. Don't make me do it. What are these guys? Oh, these are just the loot from the previous fight. That's not what I meant to do. This is what I meant to do. Roach! One of our swords is not looking good anymore. Let's double check which one it is. Or one of our weapons. It is our steel weapon. We do have a few options here. A couple of things that are roughly equivalent in power. Don't think it's Headhunter. Or Harval. Forgotten Brand Sword does now deal 1 higher damage, now that our sword that we had been using has degraded a bit. That's an option, and then I think the other one was this. Dwarven Blade, which has lower base damage, however, has that huge increased critical hit bonus. I don't really know how to compare those two. How much weight should we give that critical damage? Like, presumably, if we get a crit, this weapon would be much better. But if we don't, it'd be worse. Would you rather base your decision around the crit, or base it around normal attacks? I feel like it's better to base it around normal attacks. So let's go with the Forgotten Brand Sword. Roach, start with me there. Well, also, did we had that whole discussion with that guy about not knocking down the shrines, and then we went over here, and they didn't even knock down the shrine. So, okay.
Let's go.
So I think what we'll end up doing is we'll head back in this direction, and once we happen across one of the fast travel locations, we'll probably take that back up north. And I think what we'll end up doing is we will likely taking the next step on the main quest. We have seen this before, right? This is just the outhouse. For a second on the minimap, it looked like there was a red indicator there, something of note. Okay. Now remember, around here, somewhere, yeah, we're expecting to start to run into some not-so-friendly people. This, I think, is Ghoul Country. Pretty sure that's what we established. Yeah. These are going to be fairly powerful ghouls. It is, however, the closest fast travel location. Otherwise, we actually have to go run past the Griffin, make our way back up to Duin Hen. Unless if we opt to take one of the side roads, check either the eastern coastline or the western coastline, and maybe there's something of note here that will allow us to fast travel, or at the very least, have the opportunity to go a slightly different route, run into some new things, and maybe get some new stuff done. I feel like maybe taking the eastern route might be a good idea for that reason. Seems like there might be more things there, at least based on what we can tell from our current mini-map outlook. That means east here. We're gonna go around this area a bit in order to make that happen, which is also convenient. There we go. Don't need the Celandine, but sure. Ringgrave. I do not think we've seen much of that. Okay, so let's use the Witcher senses for a second here. Just to scope the area. I don't think there's much I'm seeing we don't already know about. Besides, that does not look like a drowner. That looks like an enemy of more significant power. But we could potentially check it out. I'm just not sure there's anything over there, because we didn't see anything pop up saying, like, oh, this is guarded treasure. If so, then I'd say, okay, might be worth exploring. At least seeing if that enemy is someone that we could easily take down. Presumably, supposedly, something over there of a herb variety. There's a boat there. Don't think we need it right now. But around here, I believe, is where on the mini-map we started to see question marks pop up. So, yes. What the heck is that? I don't know, but it has a lot of stuff around it.
Winds howling.
Trying to tell from the sound if we can gauge place of power. What type of enemies they might be. I'm guessing wraiths. Yeah. Ooh, wraiths with the red hood. I'm not sure if we've seen those yet. I do think there is a distinguishment there. Pretty sure that is a more powerful iteration. Let's save real quick. And we could nab the place of power without having to fight them. That would be fantastic. Something tells me it's not going to be that simple. Also, where is said place of power? Supposedly we're standing directly on top of it, but I don't currently see it. It's somewhere around here, of course, but it is also swarming with wraiths. You'll excuse me if I'm a little distracted and can't focus too much on finding that precise location. I do kind of feel the need to, you know, age 13. Okay, that's level. Theoretically possible for us to take them out. One by one, at least, certainly. Fighting 5 of them simultaneously, definitely not. And there are definitely at least 5 of them over here. We can separate them out, that's cool. If not, then we'd be in trouble. And with them relatively close together, that is easier said than done. Hidden treasure as well. Okay, so yes, there are many things over here, seemingly. I'd like to drop another Urdin as soon as we are able to, allowed to. Excuse me. Rude. Really? We're in the middle of a fight, then I dropped the Urdin and guys are like, nah, actually, never mind. Don't need it anymore now. We could, like, poke you in the back. That was the goal, except now you're gonna try to do the same thing to me. I saw that coming. Couldn't fool me. One down. And will it respawn almost instantaneously? Quite possibly, based on what we saw in the previous Wraith location. Also would kind of like to loot you wherever you happen to have dropped your stuff. Thought it was this. There we go. Ooh, Spectre Dust. Okay. You up next? Perhaps? And your friend? Stop running away with your friends. Are you gonna fight, or are you not gonna fight? I'd like to know more definitively. And also, if you could just, like, state how many of you there are going to be in said fight, that would also be helpful. Because this all these number games, not appreciated. Now that's not fun. Let's not do that now. I'd love to get one more hit, or a few more hits, quite frankly, on this one. Just want to get the finishing blow in on the one that's one hit away. Or at least very close to getting down. What the heck was that sound? Oh, what? What are you doing here? You're actually weaker, theoretically. Ow. Don't do that. That was rude. We are kind of sort of stunned. We saw a higher level version of one of these water hags further north. We've not actually fought it though, because it threw one of those pebbles at us, and it hurt. Now, don't do that. Now we know about them though. More officially. So we can at least add them to the bestiary. I am curious about them. They are... Yes, they are a necrophage. Northern Wind, necrophage oil, Gwen, and Igni. Would not have guessed Igni, but okay. Folks say water hags, especially since they're water hags, you would think that, you know, fire is not terribly effective against them, but apparently not. That is, or at least that assumption, apparently not, because it is effective. Folks say water hags are drowners' wives. If that be true, ain't no wonder why they're such ornery, well, yeah. Some tales mention water hags and swamp nymphs masquerading as lost old women to lure travelers back to the rickety shacks they build in the wetlands. In truth, only a blind man, or a sighted man blinded with drink, could mistake the rank sludge and rotting carrion of a water hag's den for a cozy cottage, and the hideous hag herself for an innocent grandmother. Their wrinkled, wart-covered bodies stand nearly 2 yards tall, with skin the color of a long-dead cadaver and stinking of muck and fish. Bony growths 2 spans long stick from their backs. Their hair, like a single tangle of seaweed, and claws that would make a werewolf proud, completing the picture. So yeah, useful information to get on them for sure, because we do have at least one other water hag that we've seen and not yet fought. Now, I would also, however, love if we could perhaps finish this combat against the wraiths that, like this one in particular, that is almost dead. Multiple of them are almost dead. I would prefer if we were not almost dead. Okay, there we go. 1 down. Now, 2 down. 3 down. I saw you coming. Step in the urn, please. Okay. Not so bad. And I like that you are all giving wraith mutagens and pretty solid items as well, it would seem. At least based on the names, I think those are powerful crafting ingredients. Now we might have some time to actually investigate what the deal is with this place of power. Is it up in this tree or something? What is the deal? Huh? Is it under? You know what? I think it's underground. I think there's going to be a way to get down. We go through here. Elven ruins near wherever that place is. Something over there. Not sure what. Did not look like a wraith. That is a wraith. Don't you dare try to hit me. Yeah, so I suspect we can go underground somewhere, and that the reason why we can't find the place of power is because it is not here. At least, not visible here. Okay, we didn't know that there's a guarded treasure over here as well, though. If we find that, that'd be great. I thought, something else prowling around up here. Unsent letter and key to chestnut. Both those things sound significant. Dear Elk, or Elkie? Thank the gods, fools believe in them. We've made good use of that fact twice now. Firstly, when we stole that load of silver from the temple. No one was watching it, because who would be brave enough to risk the gods' wrath by desecrating such a holy place? And then we hid it all in the ruins and said to have been cursed by the elven gods. No one goes near there, no one even looks at them too closely, so we didn't even really have to hide it, as treasure's safer there than in the Vivaldi Bay. We'll spend the night in the woods, then I'll ride to Novigrad, find a buyer for the whole stash. I'm going to be rich, Elke, rich. And maybe, then I'll throw something on the plate, a token of my gratitude, superstition, and stupidity. Your Edgar. Okay, it is technically a new quest. Let's take a look at what level it says. Oh, there's also seemingly another corpse over there, so we might know what happened to the other person. Let's see what level it says. This would be... is this it? Is this the one we just saw? No. Could be a secondary quest. Treasure contracts? Treasure hunts? Maybe it's a treasure hunt? Don't play with the gods. I think it's this one. Search for the treasure in the elven ruins using your Witcher senses. Yeah, so based on that level that it has listed there, that would suggest that We probably have not yet run into the most difficult enemies on this mission. And that might be it. Might be this new raid. We have fought before, but it is going to hurt. Doing this fight. Oh, I thought I was being clever there. Our positioning, and we've dealt the tiniest smidgen of damage. I don't know. That looks pretty insignificant to me. I think we need to upgrade some stuff before we head over there.